Right, I can happily say that the pulse rifle's all finished. I'm quite chuffed on how it's turned out, even though I had a little mishap. But here's the final reveal. So there it is, all finished. Now when I'd left here, I'd just done the base coat, the brown and the black. So now I've detailed it. So what I've done is I just picked out bits here and there with the silver, just dry brushing it on. And it's not the best weathering job in the world. I will admit my weathering ain't that great. And let's switch that light up. There is some sunshine coming through the window, but not as much as I want it to. Like I said, I will admit my weathering techniques isn't great. I've tried, and some weathering I can actually get right, but a lot of weathering 9 times out of 10 I can't. So round the side there. So what you'll notice is some like white greyish patches. Because what I did is when I finished the weathering with the silver and the gunmetal, a bit of Earthshade here and there from Citadel, I sealed it with Halfords matte lacquer clear spray. Cost me $7.99 for, is it 300ml? I think it's sweet, yeah, 300ml. But I had the same problem with that as I did with the Citadel Purity Seal a few years ago on the Tornado. I did shake it for a good 4 or 5 minutes, but it went down perfect. But as it dried outside, it's dried to a dusty whitish grey. But to be honest, I actually quite like that. It's most prevalent on the black pieces as well, the black parts and around the trigger area. But to be honest, I actually quite like it. It's not too bad. Right, so let's put that flash back on again. Right, with the flash you could see it a bit more, especially around the black areas. What I did is I used some of my streaking dirt weathering pencils and put that on. I brushed it on. I got the pencil and just got the end of the pencil, and then just got my wet brush and got it off the end of the pencil with my wide brush. Which one? It was one of my big wide brushes. One of those. And I just went down. I didn't even touch it with the paper towel. I just let it dry, and I think that's actually quite good. So that's the streaking dirt. And then if I just switch that on, there we go. So there's me bullet counter. That's all switched on. That if you want to know about power saving, that'll switch itself off after about 5 minutes. So you can leave the batteries in. So whether you hang it on your wall or you put it in a box somewhere, or you put it on display somewhere, that will go off after a few minutes. So you haven't got to worry about the batteries, leaking or anything. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, to be honest. Right, so you've got my Thompson handle. That's in there now. And I've done a bit of weathering around the Thompson side where it would actually cock back to eject a bullet. And, where it scrapes the casing. I've got a bit underneath as well. Oh, do you remember when that tape come off and it brought some of that black off? I've just put a dry brushing of the silver around that as well. Turning it round, a bit on the handle there. Now it's a bit more prevalent on this side with the matte clear, especially around this area here and round there slightly as well. But I actually do quite like it. It's not too bad. Even though I did shake the can for a good 5 minutes. So just be wary when you're using matte clear on your build if you do one. But again, with the weathering, just gunmetal, silver. That's basically what I used, a bit of gunmetal and a bit of silver. A bit around the bottom of the old mag plate cartridge. A bit around the handle as well. I also used that weathering pencil and I went up that way. And a bit that way as well, around there. Around the front. Because I've got my flash on, you can see the inside of the orange launcher, whatever you call it, for the actual dart, the mount as it were. But yeah, not too bad. So I'm going to pause this a second, take the cartridge out. Right, so switch that flash off a minute. There you go. So taking the cartridge out, it goes back to, you know, the blank bit there, the 2 dashes. So there's the weathering I've done on the actual mag itself. Again, just a bit of gunmetal and a bit of silver. And then the other side as well. I haven't bothered sealing that, to be honest. Right, now my bullets. There's my 3D printed bullets. So basically what I've done, oops. Now, I don't know if I've already explained this, but I'll explain it again. The Nerf bullets, when they're in there, the foam bullets, they're designed to expand slightly. And even though I measured it right on the 3D printed bullets, what the foam bullets do is they expand and they don't go past that line, where these bullets are slightly smaller because they don't expand. So what I've had to do, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, what I've done is I've got a bit of that clear Visipack, this stuff, and what I've done is I've bent it around the bullet and I've cut it 16mm, and just underneath here there's a little lip, an indented lip, slightly. So what I've done is I've bent it around the bullet, and then I've bent it, put it in the one side of that indented lip, and on the other side of the indented lip, and that holds the bullets down. And while it's in the mag, you can't really see it, to be honest, but I'm liking that. So what I did is with the 3D printed bullet, I like the silver plastic that it was moulded in, so I just masked off the tip there, and I painted it in the 151 gold, that stuff there, the 151 gold, which was 179 from Bright Bargains in Bilston. And I just sprayed it in that gold, and then just done the actual firing, you know, where the firing pin hits the back of the bullet. I've just painted that in some gunmetal. And what I've done is I've put 5 Nerf bullets in there, the foam ones, and then 5 of the 3D printed bullets, and I think that looks way better. It really, really does look way better. I know it ain't movie accurate because the mag is like it's like a SMG mag, and the bullets are only about that much. So, you know, for the Nerf, but I thought, you know, for aesthetics, this is really good, you know, to make it look nice. Right, I'm going to put a bit of disclaimer now. Right, the 3D printed bullets are for display only, for aesthetics, to make it look better. Don't be a moron and buy these 3D printed bullets and fire them. Please do not fire them. If you decide to leave the firing barrel in there, right, please don't be a dick and fire these at people. It's for display only. I will not take responsibility for people being a dickhead and going to think, you know what, I'm going to fire these at people, I don't care. Well, that's your problem. So please don't fire these. Right, so I'm just going to pause this a second, put the bullets back in. Right, so I'm going to put my flash back on, and you can see, you can't even see the clear plastic, but you can see the bullet in the chamber there, and I think that looks really nice. Makes it look a hell of a lot better than them crappy Nerf bullets. So putting that back down, and you can see it's gone back to 95. It does remember where you fired it from the beginning, so that went off after about 5 minutes, like I said. But yeah, I'm really well chuffed with this. So all I've got to do now is I've just got to wait for my floating shelf, and it will go on the wall just above them pictures in the corner, facing the Gears of War Lancer. So it'll go there once my floating shelf arrives. So with that being said, I took some photos last week while it was sunny. This morning there's a bit of sunshine coming through the window, but now it's starting to darken off again. So hopefully I haven't bored you too much, and I thank you for sticking with me. And I'll see you maybe fairly soon in the next build. And thank you very much for watching.